Hello students, in the previous lecture you have studied that organisms cope up with their surroundings in order to survive. This is called adaptation. Now let's study some adaptations in plants. First of all, adaptation in aquatic plants. Students, do you have seen some aquatic plants? Yes, some of the aquatic plants are firmly rooted in the soil at the bottom of the water bodies. As you can see in the picture, their stems are submerged. Submerge means to sink, while leaves and flowers float on the surface. However, some plants are entirely afloat. Their roots are not anchored in the soil. Anchored means holding tightly. The surfaces of leaves and stems of many aquatic plants are covered with a waxy layer. Leaves of some aquatic plants are thin and slender like a ribbon. Slender means thin. This shape helps them to withstand fast currents of water. Air spaces in stem and petioles of aquatic plants are useful for floating in water. Petiole means the stalk that joins a leaf to a stem. Okay students, hope you understood the adaptation in aquatic plants. So let's revise some important points. Point number 1, plant parts covered by wax layer. Point number 2, presence of air spaces in plant parts. Point number 3, small plants with flexible stems, ribbon-like leaves. Okay? Now children, let's see the answers of the following questions. Question: why does water trickle off lotus leaves? The answer is, lotus plants have superhydrophobic surfaces. Superhydrophobic surfaces means having surfaces that are very difficult to wet. Okay? Water drops that fall onto them, beat up and roll off. These leaves not only stay dry, but also the droplets pick up the dirt particles as they roll, so that the lotus leaves are self-cleaning. Question number 2. Why don't the leaves of this plant rot in water? And the answer is, the leaves of lotus do not rot in water because they have a waxy coating on it, which prevents from rotting and decaying. Now the third question. Why are their roots short and fibrous? Answer is, the plants that are not deep rooted and are lower to the ground have fibrous root system. It is the fibrous roots that enable the plants to be quick in responding to fertilizers and be better at adapting themselves to drought conditions. Now, let's see adaptation in desert plants. Desert plants are either leafless or their leaves are like small needles or have been modified into thorns. Thorns means sharp pointed growth on the stem of a plant. As a result, they lose very little water by evaporation. The stem stores water and food and is therefore fleshy. The stems are green as they perform photosynthesis in the absence of leaves. Their roots penetrate means goes inside, deep into the soil in search of water. There is a thick layer of waxy substance on the stems of these plants too. So children, hope you all clear with the adaptation in desert plants. Now today's homework is write and learn new words from textbook page number 2. In the next lecture, we'll learn adaptation in plants of snowy region, forest region and grassland plants. Thank you everyone.